Hello everyone. So this is my very first lecture and we are going to start with Dalit literature. So today we are going to discuss Joothan, which is written by Om Prakash Valmiki. It's an autobiography. This has been originally written in Hindi as Om Prakash Valmiki writes in Hindi only. But we are going to learn the translated version that is translated by Arun Prabha Mukherjee. Now this text is extremely important from an literature point of view. This is like a milestone in Dalit literature. So, as said earlier, this is an autobiography. That means that we are going to learn about Om Prakash Valmiki's life and his experiences, the atrocities he faced, the pain he faced just because he belonged to the Chuhra caste. So, starting off, whenever we start a text, it's be it any literary text, be it a novel, be it a poem, we need to know the significance of the title. So, here the title is Joothan. So what does Joothan mean? Now Joothan, it's a Hindi word. It refers to the scraps of meals which is left on the plate, and it is probably destined to for the rubbish or for animals. So this autobiography, it has been set in the 1950s India, meaning the India that had just got its independence. Since India had got just its independence, there were many changes coming in the country, but there was no change, there was no upliftment in the status of these untouchables. So whenever these upper caste people, they had parties, they had any big events, so all these Joothan that was left on the plates of their guest, it was given to these lower caste people and they were expected to devour it. Valmiki was born in the Chuhra caste of the Shudras, so they were given jobs that were never considered fit for the upper caste. Like they were asked to sweep roads, they were asked to clean granaries, they were asked to collect garbage from the floor, remove dead animals, etc. etc. The oppressors that we find in Valmiki's autobiography are the Tyagi Brahmins. These Tyagis, they used to address the Churas with very ill name. In the village, the main area of the village, it was reserved for the upper caste people, whereas these Churas, they used to live in the outskirts of the village. Valmiki has also mentioned the painful and dreadful condition in which he used to live. There was this pond that used to separate the upper caste people place from the Chuhra Basti, and this pond was used as an excretion point for all the upper caste people. And when the rainy season hit, then it was such a disaster for these people because all the Basti got crammed with that dirty water. The condition of the houses of the Chuhra Basti was also very bad. It was made out of clay, and what happened was then whenever it used to rain, then all their houses, they used to develop leaks in them and they eventually collapsed. Later, when Valmiki joined school, then there also he faced the same humiliation that he did as before. His classmates used to bully him. The teacher used to find such excuses so as to punish him because they wanted कि दिस चाइल्ड ये चला जाए और इसे जो काम दिया जाता है, ये जो एंसेस्टर्स इसके करते आ रहे हैं, ही ऑल्सो commit to that work only, because they considered him of such lowly jobs only just because he belonged to a lower caste. That is why he was supposed to do lower work. So there have been many examples or experiences from his life which proves the point. Now things became very adverse when a newly appointed headmaster, he used to target Valmiki, and once he asked Valmiki to sweep the entire playground all by himself just because he thought that Valmiki is worthy of such work only. Although Valmiki had very supportive parents and they fought for him and for his bright future. Now coming back to Joothan, this Joothan which was given by the high class people, the upper class people, it was preserved and then eaten by the lower caste. This Joothan was dried under the sun so that it could be preserved for to survive more days. So reading all this, we can only imagine the humiliation these people faced in their day-to-day life. Whenever there used to be such big wedding feast or any kind of big events which were hosted by the upper class people, the lower class people, they used to sit outside their house along with pattals in which they used to collect Joothan. So one such day when Valmiki's mother sat outside the house of the Tyagi Brahmins, one of the Tyagi girl was getting married. So Valmiki's mother asked for some extra food for her children, and at that moment she was terribly humiliated and she was told to remember her place and that she should be content with whatever she is getting. Whenever Valmiki took part in any extracurricular activities and he got thirsty, he was not allowed to drink He was not allowed to drink water from the glass itself because it was considered that the glass would get impure for other Brahmin boys. So he used to cup his hands, and the peon he poured the water from a height so that his hands wouldn't touch the glass. So these are some major incidents that have been described in Valmiki's autobiography. Hope you all found this video very informative. Like, share, and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching.